Hey everyone, so you guys asked, and I've been meaning to do this for a while now. So everybody knows I moved to LA. I've been here for almost 2 years now, so this video is long overdue, but let's get started. To rewind back, the first time I actually came to LA, when was it? It had to be in high school. Yeah, like early high school, maybe freshman, sophomore year, I'm not sure. But I came, so we went to Tecate, Mexico with my church youth group, and we went there first and we built a house for a family that didn't have one. And then after Mexico, we came to California. So that was our time to kind of debrief, relax, have fun. And that was the first time I got my taste, and I just loved the weather, the people, it was laid back, and that's when I was really like, wow, this is like a whole new world than Massachusetts. So that was the first time I came to LA, and then after that, a couple of years later, I came back to LA for a men's Christian retreat, and at that retreat, we explored LA, so Hollywood, Universal Studios, the mountains, Big Bear? Yeah, Big Bear Mountains. And that was the time I said, I'm moving here. And this was before I was an actor or really into it, but I literally fell in love with the place, and I was like, I need to move to LA. I'm not gonna come to visit no more. The next time I'm gonna be in LA is once I live there. And voila, that was the next time once I lived there. So then I think from that point on, I started to mentally plan and get ready to move to LA. So building up to it, as I progressed in my motivational speaking career, music and acting, LA was the perfect place. Not only was it great for the entertainment in my career, but just in general, there's so much to do in LA. It's nice weather, number one, and there's just so many things. So it was a win. It was a win-win situation, and there was no other reason why I wouldn't move to LA. So I literally started to plan. I'm a planner. So I was like, okay, if I have a couple of years, 2 years or 3 years, let me actually start saving, or let me actually start building relationships in LA. So I called up friends or people that I knew that lived there. I reached out to casting directors just to get on their radar, agents, mentors already in LA, and just to get prepared of what's gonna happen when I get out there. One of the things I did too was I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. So this is why I had to post this one. So many different YouTubers were talking about their move to LA, how to save, what to expect, everything. I literally engulfed myself in research and just watched them because I wanted to see, okay, places to live, how much it is to live, how much is it to actually get out there, to ship a car. I drove, I'm gonna talk about that. So many things, I literally just did my research. I know some people just pack up and go, but for me, I didn't wanna do that. I wanted to actually plan and get it together. So going into that, so planning, getting it together, I remember when I told my parents, like I told my brothers and sisters before, but I remember I told my parents, I came in, it was in the living room, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm moving to LA next year. And they were like, they looked at me and they're like, oh yeah. They were like, and I knew they believed me, but it was kind of that face like, oh, he's finally going, he's finally moving. And so, and they support me 100% for my, I forget what birthday it was, but they got me a cake. I'll see if I can put a picture of it in here. But they got me a cake of Hollywood, and for my birthday, and they got me a card, and it was just awesome. You know what I mean? Just to have that support, not only from my family, but from my friends. So I think it was about a month, no, not a month, about a year, 6 months out before me moving, and that's when I started my GoFundMe page. So here with my GoFundMe, I did a GoFundMe. I said what was going into it. So not only will it be helping me drive across country, but it would be helping with my pictures, my acting career, like everything was in there. It was so cool. I did a video. I'll put a link in here too if I
Guys,
can.
I can't put a link because it actually expired. Sorry.
But I did it of my whole career, like basically my career up into that point. So it was the acting, the music, the speaking, everything, because I wanted people to know whoever was donating could actually see what this money is going to. And it was cool. I sent it out to my friends, family members, and it was cool. And one of the things about this video, I really want to, with this vlog and explaining this, I don't want it to be all just cheesy. I want to give like the ups and downs. That's what I know a couple of you guys wanted, so I just want to give that to you. So it was good. The GoFundMe, it was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, a small part, and I did them before for other projects and things, but a small part of me was nervous because I'm like, I don't want people to feel like I'm begging them, like, oh, give me money. You know, anytime you ask, it's like, you know, you're being vulnerable, you're putting yourself out there, and this is my dream, you know? So it's just like, I didn't know what people would think. Some people gave, some people didn't. So when people didn't say anything, I was just like, wait, what? Like, are you my friend? Like, why would you say anything? And it was just, it stunk. And then also like the people that I'm close to, like some people I had to like keep reminding, and it's just like, just let me know if you want to or not, you know? And I'll never forget, there was this one person who was an artist too, and they reached back out to me and they were just like, how about you get a job, and instead of asking for people for money, how about you work? And I'll never forget that, because I was like, are you kidding? Like in my head, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm working like 3 jobs right now, like doing everything. Like this is just to see if people want to, you know, assist or, you know, help, you know, just help and give. And I'll never forget it. And it was just like, it was crazy to see the different responses, you know? Like I said, I got a lot of it, mostly was support, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because I never shared it before publicly. But it wasn't totally easy to just ever ask for help, you know? But I knew that ultimately I did this for my dream, and I feel like up to this point with my career and everything, I've been transparent. And I wanted to be transparent in another way, just in case you're thinking of it, you know, or doing a GoFundMe or any fundraiser type, or going after your dreams. It's not always easy to put yourself on the line, but I think it's important and it's vital. And at the end of the day, I believed in myself, and I still believe in myself. Is everything easy? No, but you just really have to go that extra mile for you, and the right people that believe in you and that are supposed to be on your team and on board will be on board. So at the time, right before I moved, like a month or so before I moved, I booked a role back at home called HR. Shout out to Maddie Kerr, Anawan Street Productions. You guys are amazing. I booked that role. So they actually sped up production like a month or so before to allow me to move. And so it was so cool. So I was going over the lines for that role, and then literally I knew, like, I think like right after I was finished with that role, like I probably had a couple of days or a couple of weeks, I forget, before I literally drove to LA. And one thing too, so as far as like whether you want to move to LA or anywhere, definitely do your research on your where you want to live. And one thing with this video, so I wrote down, I have what I want to say, but then I'll probably, like, while I'm talking, like, jump around too, because like I said, this is 2 years ago, so things will come up. But yeah, so about that, you want to do your research, how much it is to live in that area. If you can go visit, I highly suggest that. So before I even moved out to LA, I came to visit some locations. So looking at their prices, who I would live with, and what I ended up deciding to do is, so I went on Craigslist. I went everywhere actually, but I went on Craigslist and found this thing called mansionmates.net. And so the whole idea is you live in a mansion with 20 other people, and you don't pay like a whole lot of rent, but you're sharing a room with like 4 to 6 other people. So it wasn't the ideal situation, but when I went there, it was a brand new mansion. It was a brand new place. I got, like, the room there was like 4 people in a room, bunk beds, but everything was super nice. And I'm like, you know what? It's month to month. Like, the budget's, like, it's not a lot. Like, why not? It's in a great neighborhood. So I just said, that was the first place I looked at and the only place I looked at when I came to LA to visit. So I'm just like, you know what? We're doing this. That's the room I picked. I mean, that's the building. Yeah, that's the thing I picked. And I knew, like, okay, in about a month or so now, I'm just driving out here and we're going to make this work. I didn't have a job. The only job I had at the time was a part-time job with kombucha doing brand ambassador work. So that's all I had. And I was like, you know what? I'll make it work. I'll act. I'll do whatever I have to do, but I'll make it work. And so went back home, started preparing. I think, did I shoot went back to shoot HR, finish up with that, So once HR was finally wrapped and everything was pretty much set to go, I planned on driving there. I know a lot of people fly, but I knew that I didn't want to ship my car because that was saving me money. Plus, I have a Toyota, so Toyotas are the best. Like, they last forever, good on gas. Like, this was all in my prep, so I wanted to drive. So I didn't have a lot of things to bring with me. So packed up my car, ready to go. Like, wasn't bringing a lot of stuff. I had like food, snacks, energy drinks, water, cooler. Like, I literally had like everything to go. And AAA, shout out. AAA is amazing, but they're on the road systems. I had like everything pretty much to go. I called them too. They sent me like physical maps. They sent me like a booklet of like all the states I would be driving through. It was so cool. And then I remember my parents, they said, okay, Aaron, so when you drive, because it takes about, driving straight from Massachusetts all the way to California is probably like, if you would just drive straight, it's like 42 to 45 hours. So obviously I was going to stop some places, and my family came together, gave me like some money to obviously stay in a hotel and stuff. So that's what I was going to plan to do on the way going there. So I'll never forget, it was probably a couple of days before getting ready to go, and like the nerves start kicking. I'm like, wait, I'm doing this? Like, this is a situation where it's like no one told me to move. No one was like this was all on me, like going on the inside, my intuition, like, okay, I feel like I need to move and I want it to be LA. So like before like the time was actually coming for me to move, it was almost like I was hesitant, like, no, I don't want to leave. Like, I do. It was really hard. But yeah, I remember that day, it was just like said goodbye to friends, said goodbye to family, and it was it. Like, there was no other, now I had to be there by Sunday night, yeah, and it was Thursday. So I was like, I have to go today. I planned on going that Wednesday, but I had to make that drive. I had to start driving Thursday. And I started driving. Guys, this is the packed car, about to drive. Literally, I packed my whole life. Well, no, I didn't. I'm not taking a whole lot of stuff, but I just felt like I packed everything I possibly could. Said bye to the family, and I'm about to drive to California. Gonna try to document some of it. It's 43 hours. That's a long drive. I've never drove that, but I'm excited. But I said I was gonna document it, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll keep you posted, but I'm leaving. Bye Brockton, bye house, bye yard. It's funny, a deer came like literally like, I wanna say 2 hours ago, right there. So I think a deer was saying goodbye to me. But yeah, I'm about to drive right now. All right, I'll keep you posted. I'm kind of scared, but at the same time, I'm excited. Let's go. Road trip. So I know when people do road trips, they do it with their family members, their best friends. I had friends, I had family members like, oh, I'll come with you. But for me, I really wanted to do this for myself. I wanted to listen to my music, drive how I wanted to. And just, I don't know, I just looked at it as like a time to reflect and just really be with myself. And I like driving by myself. So I drove by myself. And yeah, it was cool. Like, it wasn't bad at all, to be honest. I think because would I ever do it again? No. But to do it once, I was super excited just to start this new life. So that's why what was really propelling me forward. So driving through the States, it wasn't that bad. Stopping, getting food, stopped at a couple of places to sleep, like hotels or motels. And it was really, 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 really cool just seeing the country, just seeing the different places, how there's not a lot of people in certain places. But this one place, so out of the whole road trip, two things. Colorado was amazing with mountains. I seen like buffalo bison on the side of the road. Super cool. Like, it was a long drive, but it wasn't bad at all. Like, super, super cool. There were some parts where it was just like land or mountains, and I'm like, okay, this is a little boring. But all in all, it was not a bad drive. And I was calling my friends. So it's so funny. I let my friends know like ahead of time, before I move, I'm calling you. So already clear 2 hours at least when I call. So it was fun, But out of the trip, have to tell this story. It was Nevada. Yeah, Nevada.
Oops, so it was actually Nebraska.
because I needed to like use the bathroom or something. And so I parked my car. It was nighttime, dead town, like literally a town where you would see like a needle in a haystack, like you know those like when they're rolling, like rolling, that type of stuff, that type of dead. And there was no one there. And I was like, okay, let me just go around this corner. Maybe there might be a store or something. And kid you not, so there was like a festival. Yeah. An 80s, 90s, 80s, like 70s, 80s, 60s retro festival. And people were just like, you know, some people dancing outside, some people were eating. And I remember I walked up to them and people were looking at me and they were just like, and you like, everyone was staring at me. And there was like, you know, it was a little festival and I could tell like, okay, they probably never seen a black person before. Cause no, literally everyone was staring at me. And they came up to me and they were like, hi, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Massachusetts. I'm moving to California. And then they were like, oh, you are? And then we're like, well, welcome. And they showed me around and I was like, what is everyone doing? And they were like, we're line dancing. And they were like, come join us. And I was like, they were like, come on, dance with us. And I was like, I'll wait till they play a next song that's good. They were like, everything's good.
Guys, this is live footage
so
of what
funny.
happened.
A group of kids came up to me and they're like, let's dance. I was like, wait, I need to wait for a good song. They were like, it is a good song. Dancing in Nebraska, people. It was so funny. It was hilarious. So we went there was like a burger place right there. Like everything was like in that strip. So it was like, you know, and so I went in and once again, everybody's staring at me. And it was something out of a movie. I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, am I even really here? And I remember going into the bathrooms, the stalls. There wasn't, you know how we have like individual stalls usually? No, there was just this one like tub that was a stall. And I was like, what is this? What is this? And yeah, I was leaving the bathroom and one guy came in. He was coming in. He was like, you ain't from around here, are you? And I was like, no, how could you tell? And he came up and he was like, cause you got a better tan than I do. And I was like, yeah, laughing. And it was but no, they were really nice. And then I met some people and they were like, come eat with us outside. And I ate with them. And it was so cool. Like, literally, it was awesome. And like the kids were there and we were like dancing and they were just like, you're going to be an actor and we're going to see you on TV. And it was just like, we do this once a year. And it was so cool. Like I remember they had like a museum in the next building. It was awesome. And literally hours went by. And remind you, I was driving. It was already nighttime. I originally stopped to use the bathroom. And now I met this, you know, this culture, these people, and hours went by and I literally looked at the time and I was like, wait, I gotta go. Like I'm driving like I'm on a time crunch. Like I have to go, like I'm moving, you know? And they were like, no, don't leave. And I was like, I have to. And then like, you know, they said bye and everything. And it was so crazy because I even think till now, like I knew I would probably never see them again. But that definitely was one of the highlights because I just never expected that. It was literally something out of a movie.
So I took some pictures, some driving, some more pictures, some more driving.
So I arrive at the mansion Sunday night, super tired, but also super excited to be in this new place. And I finally got there. And when I got inside, everybody was in the kitchen. People were drinking. People were just, you know, just chilling. And I went to the housing manager, the person that lived there, but also ran the house. And I was like, hi, how's it going? They're like, oh, let me show you your room. And then I went and I was like, it was like the first floor. Remind you, when I came, the room that I picked out and booked was on the second floor. There was only 4 people in the room. This room had like 6 people or 6 beds. And I'm like, oh no, this isn't my room. My room's upstairs. And I went up there and all the beds were taken. And so that first night, they were like, oh yeah, this is the only room that we have. So I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. And so I'll never forget. I called my mentor on the phone. I think the next day or so, and he was like, you know what, like, just, I forget the exact words he said, but he was like, you know what, maybe it's just meant to be that you're in that room or whatever. Whatever he said calmed me down, because when I tell you, like, to just be welcome with, like, not even your room, and now, because 4 people in a room's already crazy to me. You know what I mean? And that was me already, you know, swallowing the pill and be like, you know what, I'm going to get through this. Now I'm in a room with 6 people. So I'll never forget just how I felt. Like, I was like, I don't know, can I really do this? The first day, like, really, LA? My first night. But no, so yeah, so did it. So literally I was in a room with 6 people.
Even though it felt like 100.
And it was crazy. Like, people, like, I know when I tell my friends, they're like, okay, yeah, you're in a great place, but 6 people. And what I told myself was, you know what, it's month to month. I'm not going to be here forever, but let me just focus on the positives. I have a place. I'm in the middle of everything. It's a pool. Like, I think you got, I'll see if I can, like, upload pictures and stuff of it, but it was awesome. But yeah, you're in a room with 6 people. And so one of the things I told myself, not kid you not, in my mind, I pretended like I was on, like, The Real World or some show. And I just had to, like, live in this. Like, I don't know if you can understand it, but pretty much, like, that's what I told myself. Because when you're in a room with 6 people, like, night after night, like, you know what I mean, hearing people come in at different times, like, it's trippy, it's crazy. Like, when would you ever share a room with, like, 6 people other than when we were younger at camp or something, you know? So for me, it was like, what am I going to tell myself to get through this? How am I going to make this, like, fun or whatever? And that's what I did. I was literally like, okay, I'm on a show, and, you know, I just have to, like, you know, live with other artists and stuff. So one thing I will say about living in a house with different creatives is there were people that worked for Netflix. There were actors. There were musicians. So there was stuff to do. You had, and me not literally, I only knew maybe a couple, like 1, 2, 3, 4 people out in LA in general. And LA is spread apart. So I didn't know, like, a whole lot of people. So in a sense, in the mansion, they were an extended family for a time. You know what I mean? Those are your only clan. Like, we all came from different places, you know? So all we had was each other. So it was like, how do you make the best out of this situation? And one of the things I will say is that was really cool is they built that mansion for us. Before us, no one was living in there. They renovated the place. Even with the bookshelf in the living room, they had, like, books on the millionaire mind and being an artist. Like, they kind of, like, decorated it for us. And that was really cool. And we had events, like, once a month. We would have, like, an all-white party. We would have food. They would buy drinks for us. Like, the house themselves, the managers, they would buy, like, drinks, food, the programming. Like, guys, what do you want to do? Like, it was fun. It was fun to be an adult, but have these, like, feel like you're in this program where they're taking care of you and they really care about you. And that's what it felt like. And then I started this group called Smart Tuesdays. So the second Tuesday of every month, we would come together at 7 p.m. One of the house managers would buy, like, food, pizza, and we would just talk about our goals, talk about our dreams, why we're in LA, how we can support ourselves. Like I said, there was actors, artists, YouTubers, and I would just lead that group. But it was great for me because it was a way I could, like, contribute and really make sense of everything and still be progressive and still build my platform. Hi, everyone.
Here is a tour of the mansion.
So real quick, love this mirror, because you know when you're going out, you gotta look fresh. You can check this mirror. Come over here. Kitchen area. As you know, I'm still learning to cook. Kitchen area, living room, invite people over, house, food table, TV. I love this fireplace. Even though it's hot in LA, you still have some cool things. Over here, this is probably, like, my best thing of the whole entire house. The pool, I love it. Just, like, look at the area. You can, like, have people come over. Hot tub, pool. This is dope. Little house area. I like this one. That's really cool. Now the studio. Because I'm gonna have some hot music coming out. And then one of the things I love is Hollywood sign in the distance. I'll keep you posted. We about to make moves out in the streets. That's it for now. You guys gotta go. Thank you for coming, guys. I have so much in store I can't even talk about, but I cannot wait. See you guys soon. Thank you. My home, Los Angeles. So like I said, I had one part-time job, Health Aid Kombucha. Love them. Shout out to Health Aid. Been with them for like 3 or 4 years. And so that was my part-time job. So I was doing brand ambassador work at Whole Foods, different stores, just, was it Trader Joe's too? Yeah, I think some Trader Joe's. But yeah, any place that had Health Aid was giving out samples. That was great because I still had flexible time to explore the city, still go out on auditions, do all that stuff. So I've been doing that, doing Health Aid. That was fun. I started doing deliveries, so I would deliver to the Ellen show, driving like a van. It was really cool. Doing that in LA, never thought I would do that. But yeah, I was doing that, and I was doing part-time jobs. I did Uber Eats. What was it? What was the other ones? There's Uber Eats. Was it Grubhub? I did like a bunch, 9 part-time jobs, but it still wasn't enough. And so my family was helping actually pay like my rent and stuff like that while I was doing the part-time jobs. But the good thing about it, I was still active with my career, got a manager, got an agent, went out on auditions, did auditions at the house, and really just started to explore, go to the beach, really start to really explore LA while living in this new, arrangement.
This was one of my part-time jobs as a host. Really fun.
After a while, the part-time jobs, they just weren't enough, and it was just taking my energy, like driving, doing all this stuff and still not like really getting anything on a return. And so one of the places, anybody in the entertainment industry, I always shout them out. It's called the Actors Fund. The Actors Fund is a nonprofit that helps people in the entertainment industry with a bunch of free resources to help them be sustainable, not only mindset, but just through everything, honestly, in life. As an artist, your finances, your career exploration, your goals, how to really get you on almost like a program. Sorry, the sound game, like just driving. But yeah, they just really help you. And so I went to them and my whole mindset changed. It's like I never wanted to go back to a full-time job, but I want to be sustainable. If I was to build this career as a speaker, actor, singer, songwriter, I want to do it from a place of strength and not the whole starving artist type thing. So got a full-time job where I am today, amazing Genesee Center, nonprofit for domestic violence. I'm one of their youth program advocates. I'm there hosting, I'm on podcasts, I'm doing shows, I'm putting out my music. It's the best job to not only just give back, but also just to help with my career, what I love. Like I was able to find the love in this job to really just give myself to it. And really the work we do is amazing. And at the same time, I'm building my career and it didn't hold me back. If anything, it helped me. So that's where I am now. And one of the things is, so the mansion. So I've been there for 9 months. The thing about the mansion is it's month to month. So you could initially come in 1 month and literally leave the next. So I was there 9 months. That's a pretty long time. I seen people come in, go out, come in, go out. Was there for 9 months. And after my 9 months, I then went to dog sit for my friend. Dog sitted for my friend. Then after that, moved into a place for like a month. And that place was crazy. Like, it wasn't, like, technically I wasn't even supposed to be there because they, like, in the contract there wasn't, and I found this out after, like, the lady wasn't even supposed to lease it to people. So I'm like, what? And they had bugs. So I was like, nah, I definitely gotta leave. And so was there for a month, then went back to my friends. Then after that, went to another place in Inglewood for a month because they were just leasing it for a month. Then went back to my friends, stayed there for like the rest of 2019. 2020, got my own place, and that's where I am now. It's so amazing. You can do it too. So it's really cool having your own place in LA. I know it's expensive, but I'm just blessed to have this opportunity. And once coming from living with so many people, even when I was back at home, there's 7 people in my family, so I shared my room there. But going from sharing with like everything with 20 other people in a mansion to now just having my own space is truly amazing. Now today, it's like I see my career, I have so much more focus, and then I'm really able to build it out how I want to. And so just being in this clear space and just going forward, me moving to LA just showed me that no matter what I want, I can get it. If I plan, if I put myself out there, I can do it. And you can do it too. Even my own place. There were people that were like, oh, yeah, people that been here still don't have their own place. And I'm not saying it's that easy, but I really believe, write it down. Like, put it out there. Even before, I used to come to my town and be like, in LA, I used to be like, nope, I want to live here. I'm going to live here. I would pray over it. I would claim it, you know? So there are things you can do, you know? Don't let not having money at the moment hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Like, if you want to move to LA, or if you want to move anywhere, or if you want to do anything, you actually can do it. Look at my life. Look at what I did. Was everything easy? No. But it's achievable. It is so achievable. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and in the comments, leave, like, if you want me, because people ask me to do this video, if there's something I'm missing or you want me to do something more, talk about something more in depth, let me know. I'm just trying to gather, because like I said, it's been 2 years now, so I'm trying to see like what else can I say that's really good. It's definitely a different culture out here. That's one thing. I think a not struggle, but something, just building relationships. I mean, when you leave, I grew up in Brockton. I lived in Massachusetts. Yes, I went to college in Quincy and then Rhode Island, but that was only for a couple of years. And so my home base was Massachusetts. So to have relationships all fostered there and now move, I think that's the most thing, is like, I get along, I can talk to anybody, but just building your tribe. I think that's where I'm at now, where it's like, okay, who truly is my tribe, you know, out here? Because, you know, friendships don't happen overnight, you know, those take time. So that would be my thing right now, is like, who are my true tribe, figuring that out. And now I feel like it's a little different when you're an adult. It's not like we're in school and we're like, oh, I'm cool with Billy or Sarah, you know? Figuring out the tribe now. That's one thing. Yeah, I would say that the traffic is real. Like, I know I tried to get like, they say the traffic's bad, and it is. The traffic is bad, but throw on a podcast, listen to some good music, you can get through it. What else? Yeah, drop your comments below. I hope this was good. I hope like this inspires you. And I just want to keep you posted on this journey, but I knew it was long overdue, but I definitely had to do this. So hope you learned a lot. And like I said, if you want to move to LA, you want to move anywhere, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Start writing it down, put the steps to it, put yourself out there, just start. That's all you have to do. Whatever you want to do, just start, and slowly but surely, everything will come together. Take care, guys.